awesome competitor, very fierce submachine gun threat that we have in the professional scene of Call of Duty esports. But it's going to be a really interesting one. I don't think that either team could take it easily over the other. One thing you want to think about here is that Mindfreak, the last time these guys met up with Ghost Gaming, they were able to 3-1 them and knock them out of CWL Anaheim.
All right, well, let's see if that's what happens at this time as well. The big Australian team, Mindfreak, kicking things off, trying to hold down this middle here, but GodRx is coming in so weak, trying to wait for that regen, and he isn't going to be able to do it.
Lacefield pushing through with his submachine gun. Quick shout out to our observer here following all the action, especially on a map like this on Valkyria. You definitely want someone of his talents being able to follow these close-range submachine gun engagements. Lacefield leading a good bit of them. Yeah. This is right there, 2 big kills in the hard point.
And also, if you think it's bad observing, feel free to go shout at him. It'll be a laugh.
Have your fun. Have whatever kind of fun you want on social media. But we got a couple players in the hill, Panda, Parasite. 2 players I got to mention here on Ghost Gaming. I really wanted to highlight Panda especially. Back at CWL Seattle, he was in the top 25 of overall KDs. That might not sound a lot. I know it's a big deal. But think about the scale of everything that happens in the Call of Duty World League. We're looking at a tournament that had almost 500 competitors. So that is a good stat for him.
It certainly is, as well as we can see as we go into this rotation. Operations Bunker currently not occupied. Both teams actually just posturing for position. It's very important when you play a hardpoint at this level, not to just go rushing in blindly like a chicken. You actually got to make sure you've got your lanes locked down. You want those trades to be efficient so you can actually get control and get some time. Right now, Mindfreak have done that.
Yeah, and with the pace of a map like this, you need to be in sync. Everyone from Ghost Gaming, a lot of them, around 50 engagements on average when it comes to hardpoints. So expect to see a well-concerted effort all around the side of Mindfreak. Take a look at their scoreboard right now. Shocks, only 3-3. Of course, it's still very early on in the game, so a lot of these kills could be going the way of a player like Dens or someone like Fida. But you're going to want to see heavy sub-action from all 4 players throughout this map.
You certainly are, and Mindfreak right now, I think, They've actually had a lot of competition from Tainted Minds, right? It used to be a long time ago there was one Australian team and all the rest really don't matter. Now a lot of people are like, you know, who is the better team between these two?
Yeah, well, taking a look at Mindfreak, they were able to take down Tainted Minds twice in the Pro League. It seems like they're pretty consistently just above the weaker teams in the Pro League. I mean, just throughout Stage 2, these guys ended 4-10. I think they ended the same way in Stage 1 as well. But Mindfreak, they've had these awesome moments of improvement. The one that stands out the most would probably be S&D. Not quite there yet, though. We're still looking at the hard point at the moment, and we have a pretty close game in our first couple minutes in.
What's going to do now? Panda looking to get in here, not quite able to either. Storage Bunker, still 23 seconds left to go. Mindfreak just waiting for it. And it looks like they're going to challenge. Buzzo might actually end up going in to try and challenge this one. He does actually get 1 kill as well, Buzzo. Looking for that scrap time, gets the second, takes 13 seconds for his team, and his team has the rotation, so you can't fault him for it. It's all good.
Big double kill from Buzzo right there. As long as he gets that scrap time and gets into the action as quickly as he can, because it looks like Panda's looking to upset these spawns a little bit, but Fida there to clean up the job. They should be able to hold down this portion of the map okay. Lacefield is going to be the next one to try and disrupt it.
Here we go, Lacefield gets one as well. Looks for that second. That is an incredible gunfight to take. He just wasn't really going to have an awful lot of success there, but does go down, reset, refresh, respawn, and get back into the action. Mindfreak have taken the lead here with 40 seconds left to go on this hardpoint as well. It's been a good lock for them.
Yeah, Mindfreak holding down a good portion of this hardpoint. We mentioned before we came in here how close the game was. It was within about 10 seconds. Now we're approaching 20, and Mindfreak is still holding strong. Under 30 seconds left on the hill. These guys can't even turn the corner safely. Look at this. Pistol out, pistol down, player down. 3 kills in favor of Mindfreak and a 30-second lead, and climbing. The rotations coming in. Shocks is the type of player you want leading it. Unfortunately, being outnumbered, leaves Spider on his own as well.
Well, we can see right now they're trying to get this rotation here, but it's all Ghost Gaming. They have complete control. It's actually been GodRx who's trying to make sure and get those cuts further out of the field to get the kills. Calls it out to Lacefield, who ends up ripping it down. Now, can we see a big hold here from Ghost Gaming? Parasite peppering that doorway. Does not want to let them out at all. Parasite talking a lot before this tournament, actually, saying, I am here to redeem myself. I have been the black sheep of the Call of Duty family, but this time, this tournament, I'm here to make my name back in the spotlight.
Oh, he plays with a whole lot of heart, whole lot of emotion from this former world champion. You definitely want to keep an eye out for him and any set of guys he has around himself, because he has that knowledge and that experience to lead players like GodRx to moments like these. Awesome triple kill inside of the hard point, forcing the rest of Mindfreak out towards bottom.
GodRx doing so much work there for Ghost Gaming in there. They're just trying to keep that Mindfreak pressure away from them, and they will pick up the scrap time here as we go back into ventilation, as we look for the players just to try and get this as we go into another set of rotations.
Back towards the middle, you see Ghost Gaming taking point. Two players in the hard pump, but these doorways are oh so dangerous to cross. Fida catching him right at the correct moment. He's able to find a double kill from it. That doesn't often happen. It's really hard to turn that corner. He ended up picking wisely out of the four, and he's able to come through and do some damage.
Well, right now it's all tied up as this one slowly Ghost Gaming will tick into the lead here. They're just doing big work. Broke straight back in the ventilation room very, very quickly. Mindfreak can't afford to give it up quite yet. Maybe have one more challenge before they make sure they secure their next rotation. Yeah,
about 30 seconds left. They still have the good side. They could get one more push going on in here, but with Parasite sitting pretty on Main Street, that's going to be pretty dangerous. You're really asking for a lot of your team to be able to not only manage him, but also try and hit this hill and set up for the next. You're doing way too much at once with how much damage Parasite's doing by just existing. And also, Pander and Lacefield on 4 streaks?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the big reasons for the success they actually managed to break back into that middle hard point. They were just making kills everywhere across the map here. And I've actually seen Mindfreak do a little bit of this more and more often. They're taking these like really what I like to call dirty corners, sitting in them and waiting for the kind of the advantage in the gunfights. And that is slowing down Ghost Gaming's movement across the map because they're now having to check corners that against other teams they may not have to.
Right, and hopefully with that same strategy they could catch Lacefield here because he's the one that still hasn't died from the last hill. They're able to take down Pander, they were able to stop Parasite from Main Street, but Lacefield is still alive from those last few engagements. Let's see if he can get those streaks. Glide Bomb comes through just shy of the Tier 2 and Tier 3 streaks, but look at that kill feed. It's all purple. He's done enough. He kept the pressure up, and he built an advantage for a future hill.
Oh, he's also got that glide bomb. I think he saw that just tick in before he ended up getting taken down. So they do have that ready to use at some point. Panda trying to pre-fire Dens there, not quite able to either. GodRx is going to go down as well. 13 seconds left. It is time for the rotation. Let's see who ends up winning this one as we are on board with Fida.
We get down bottom of the bunker. Fida's lining up a shot because he knows they're pre-aiming and waiting for him. He can't just turn this corner blind, right? He needs to use some utility or catch someone off guard. You're not going to get this gunfight for free every time. He's waiting for a little bit of support. There could be a pinch that comes in from middle map if Shox is able to win that engagement, but until then, Fida's on his own.
Yeah, Mindfreak stalling really hard there to try and... It looks like they were trying to stack and get a little bit of advantage to push in, but they didn't really find anything in the end, and they're actually now spawning way out, and it should be GodRx who ends up picking up that kill as well. He does so. Massive hold here coming in for Ghost Gaming, and they could win it on this one alone.
There's a potential pinch that Mindfreak could have had set up here if they came in from Smokestack side, but it looks like they're all going towards middle map. Maybe they were predicting the glide bomb well in advance, I'm not sure, but it seemed like they could have done a much easier job of getting into this hard point. But Ghost Gaming is just going to sit on it and enjoy the time.
They are, with only just the tiniest little bit. Can they manage to hold on? Mindfreak have to have some perfect rotations. I'm fairly certain something going berserk on main stage right now. I don't know what's happening over there. Something insane is going on. There was screaming from everybody. But back into this game, 8 seconds is the difference. Mindfreak have to pull off an impossible. We haven't seen that many big reversals like this. Not when it's come to what I like to call lethal range.
Yeah, and Mindfreak, really, they seem to be on their deathbed. This is one of their weaker game modes. I think it's a really tall order to ask them to come back from something like this against the Ghost Gaming strong. It's been pretty consistent throughout the map.
Let's see, Shox trying to get in here as well. He's going to be able to, and they're doing a really good job pushing these lanes out every single which way. And it's exactly what they have to do. They can't afford to give Ghost Gaming a single toehold back into this one. Can they do it? Can they do the impossible here and bring it all the way back? This is the rotation that will tell. Ghost Gaming can afford to give it up. They can afford to get dug in, push out the lanes, and be ready to receive that pressure. But can they withstand it?
The clock is ticking. Ghost Gaming is looking to run that clock dry. Just 8 seconds separate them from victory as Mindfreak is going to have to fight all the way across the map. They have a couple score streaks to help them along the way, especially with this hill being outdoors. You can imagine how impactful a glide bomb is. Dens fishing for players. GodRx not taking the bait. He's going to pull them right in by the fishing rod. Look at the rest of the players coming in, though. All kills in favor of Mindfreak here, Bryce. Big turnaround right there.
It is. Can they still do it, though? It still has to be perfect. It still has to be all the way here for Mindfreak. They have to keep going and just keep Ghost Gaming guessing that it's not going their way. Already 2 players going down. Lakesford looking for Dens, gets 3. That might be enough to hold them off just for a little bit longer. Lakesford at 1v1, Fighter holds it. That's another hold now for Mindfreak. Can they keep going? 20 seconds left of this hill. They can't win it here, Fox. They have to rotate.
They have to rotate. They cannot give Ghost Gaming just even a little bit of time in the hard point, but they also have to sit on this one. They want to keep themselves in contention for a hill that's so easily contested in Ventilation Room, but you have to get your subs in there. Parasite mowing them down with the bar is not a good look for them. Keep the pressure up. Fighter rushes in. A lot of support here coming in from a player like Dens. A little bit of response, and Mindfreak has done it. They've taken the hill.
Oh my goodness, this could be one of the greatest comebacks coming in. Buzzo gets in, he's looking for the kill. He's trying to hold it down, another fight going in. He goes down, Shocks gets it as well. And Mindfreak makes a comeback.
Oh,
100
no.
points down. Oh my goodness, how on earth have Mindfreak done it? 8 points. They needed 8 points, Ghost Gaming. And Mindfreak, they ripped it away from them.
Wow. Comebacks like those and a matchup like this is insane. We've been treated to an awesome map 1. And like I said, this is going to be a crazy series. These guys are going to take maps off of each other. I don't think we're looking at a clean 3-0 either way. Something like that's going to continue throughout this series.
I need a rest.
Maybe not massive comebacks. We'll see close games like that, though, Bryce.
I need a break.
So we could get you like a little cot, you know, let you rest down there, just out of camera range.
I heard main stage was going crazy. I still don't know what was happening over there, but I was like, oh, it's 8 points. Like, if I remember correctly, and I'm sure someone at home was watching, it was like 1-5-2 to 2-4-2. That's what I think it was. I think it was 90 points. I'm sure someone can confirm for me. Get on Twitter, tell me. I'll try and see if I can get that message across. I'm fairly certain that's what the comeback just was. Yeah, it's a comeback that should not have happened. It doesn't happen that often.
It was a huge comeback that they had no business going on, but they absolutely did it. They buckled down. They held them for so long at 248 as well. Really impressive stuff. I mean, there was one questionable rotation where they went super early, but we're moving on here. So is Mindfreak. They take that first map. Going on to S&D, this tends to be their stronger game mode too. So, you know, they got to be riding that high. They're feeling real good. Just at Anaheim, the previous event, these guys were 9-2 in Search and Destroy. Looking good in that game mode. And for them to be able to steal a hard point, that's got to feel great.
So I've been told, I've been updated so far. Apparently, the point breakdown in the last second was this. Mindfreak got 101 points to Ghost Gaming's 5.
And it was insane to watch. I mean, there wasn't even a whole lot of interaction from the score streaks. A lot of it we just saw. It was just great gun-on-gun gameplay. There were a couple glide bombs here, especially one at Smokestacks, that really turned things around for them, kind of cushioned that push a little bit for them.
Right. Thousands of Australian voices cried out in 1 second.
Oh, man. Take a look at this group, though. Mindfreak tied up 1-1 with Ghost Gaming. You see just how big of a deal this is, guys.
Unbelievable.
Top 2 move on. Bottom 2 go home.
Mindfreak are going to be so gassed. Like, there must just be, vibrations coming from over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like we're going to hear about this matchup for a long time from them. They like to revel in some of the things, some of these miraculous things they pull off at Champs. And
it's so weird. I just want to go look at their faces. I just want to go see the vibes that's going on over there. I'm sure somebody's got the reaction. I can't wait to see it. But
all smiles, I'm sure, on the Mindfreak side.
I'm not even going to lie. I was sitting here and I was like, oh, this game is done. This game is over.
I was already thinking about the S&D, Bryce.
There was some stuff going on main stage. It was like, oh, main stage sounds great right now. You know, we've got 8 points to go in this game. I wonder if we'll get an update. Then all of a sudden, you know, Mindfreak come back and go, hold on a minute.
Yeah. And what a story.
We ain't done yet.
What a story it would be if they pull off, qualifying for the next day of Champs like this. From what they've done in Stage 2 for the Pro League, it hasn't been great. You know, they've had their ups and downs. They've been getting beaten up a bit in their group, but they've also been improving. They've had this time to study and practice against the best of the best in Call of Duty Esports. Take a look at these guys on your screen. They're an awesome set of guys. They're hardworking. They find themselves in these pro leagues. They find themselves playing in North America often.
Unbelievable. I'm still in awe of that last game. I don't even know what to say anymore.
You're still
on
Valkyrie.
What's going on? It's crazy. It's insane.
You're still on Valkyrie.
I'm still on Valkyrie. I'll be on Valkyrie forever.
Luckily for you, we're going to be there for at least the next 15 minutes. We have a Valkyrie S&D coming up.
Wow. If you're Ghost Gaming, that's just going to be like flashbacks. Like, oh, God.
Oh, right.
I lost this gunfight.
I got punished on rotation.
I remember losing this gunfight before.
Oh, and then that one right next to it? Yeah. when I couldn't turn that corner. Good one, right? But it's going to be an interesting matchup here for Mindfreak and Ghost Gaming. I think that these are two teams that, like, you if you're Ghost Gaming, you kind of want that revenge, right? Getting knocked out of your previous tournament. How awful would it feel to get knocked out of the $1.5 million tournament that happened just weeks later, right?
I don't know. For me, everything about that was ridiculous. It still kind of blows my mind. I said before that whole thing happened, I said, this doesn't happen very often. It's so rare to get perfect holds.
Oh, yeah.
They're in lethal range, right?
It didn't look realistic.
They just had to get, like, scrap time. Like, not even like, good scrap time. Like, half of the regular scrap time, which is like 16 seconds. They have to get 8 seconds.
Yeah.
That's it. Over 3 hills. They didn't do it.
No, it was absolutely in the clutches of Ghost Gaming, and Mindfreak just snatched it right up and took that opportunity away from them. Awesome play from them in the final few moments of that game.
Winner of this game goes second. But also winner of this game plays Team Sween.
That's unfortunate. I mean, when you think that it comes with the price tag of a couple tens of thousands of dollars, it's not that unfortunate. And also the prestige of moving on to the nationwide arena here for CWL Champs of 2018, presented by PlayStation 4. It's not so bad, but just know that it does not get any easier. It gets harder. The competition is just going to keep getting tougher throughout the tournament.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the potential matchup after this, right? Ghost Gaming or Mindfreak. It could be either at this point.
Oh, yeah, it's for sure either one.
But Team Sween, that's not a matchup you would have expected either of these teams to have prepared for.
No, not
They're
at
not prepared
all.
for this.
Did you see those matchups from Team Sween against the likes of Splice United? Ridiculous. We were sat here in the green room watching over these matches saying, we need to start a Sween chant. We need something Sween.
Well, they haven't got a proper logo. The only logo I've actually seen of Team Sween
is the Call of Duty World League logo.
No. On Reddit, Sween have a logo.
Do they?
Yes, it's quicker than use face. That's the Sween logo and everything they have.
These guys couldn't even pull some like clip art or something. And
well, that's where their name comes from. It is from Shay Sweeney. That's his name.
Oh, wow.
It is literally
it's like a boy band.
It's like Team Quicker Than You, essentially. I don't know why.
Sween
I don't know why
and the
that's
boys.
yeah, but here's the thing, right? If you were told, ignore that name, ignore the Team Sween thing. If you were told that you have to face, coming into winners bracket round 1, a team that took down both Splice and E United, you'd not be particularly happy.
Oh, no.
And you'd be thinking, oh, it's probably like a team like Rise or TK or Optic or Red. That's who you'd be expected to do that kind of scoreline against.
Yeah.
But no, it's Team Sween. And while they have big names like PD and Moose, it's just not what was expected here. And you know, I'm sure people make up their own minds whether they think it's a good matchup or bad matchup for these people coming out of this group. But what it will be is a great game.
What will also be a great game is this matchup here. We're going right back to Valkyrie. We're now in the S&D. Ghost Gaming, Mindfreak. We've spoken quite a bit in that little break about Mindfreak and their time in the Pro League. We also got to talk a little about Ghost Gaming and some of their experience against these pro teams. I mean, these guys have beaten the likes of TK and Winners Round 1 at Seattle. They were able to beat teams like Optic Gaming, Team Envious, or no, just Optic Gaming. They went to Game 5 with Team Envious and Unilad back at CWL Seattle. So these guys have had their time. They're getting their reps in where they can once a month against the pro teams.
All right, let's have a little look. It will be Mindfreak on the attack. Currently on board with Fighter. Looking to try to break into B here. It's very, very dangerous for him. Quick shoulder peeks is the name of the game. Don't give it away here. Oh, his teammate's actually been seeing it is. Buzzo ended up peeking out here, but Fighter brings it back. Slightly weak. No challenge coming in from them, though. 3 versus 3. Still looking to break into this bomb fight. Fighter may back up, get that bomb, so at least have it.
A little bit of friction there over towards Smokestacks. A little bit of a squabble, but these guys are going to go ahead and back up. There could be a potential issue here, though, with Lacefield, who's been behind them for some time now.
Yeah, he managed to get through. He's not actually got anybody. Lacefield!
Oh, wasted opportunity. Now he's going to pay for it. It looks like he's about to get caught unless he can continue to ward Dens off.
Well, they're now looking for him. They're trying to hunt him down. Lacefield gets one anyway and gets out of there, so that flank has worked out perfectly for them.
Oh, he finessed that play. Okay, gets bullets in the back of his head, but up until that point, he definitely made the best of a bad situation he set up for himself.
Now, Fighter, they actually have managed to get into this bomb site just by the fact that they had Lacefield get behind them and had to dip out. So, it's a 1v1. And Dent is miles away. He's not going to be able to trade this very effectively. Panda doesn't know that, so Panda's actually backing off.
Yeah, Pender's also given himself away by firing and missing on the bomb planter. But he's able to take down Dens, evening it up at 1-1.
Let's see. 1 versus 1. Fighter versus Panda. very slowly looking for this one now. Going to see him. Oh, and he is going to lose that one. Fighter ends up taking it 1-0 to Mindfreak.
So right there, we saw Mindfreak kind of slowly working their way towards this site. They had that first engagement, backed up, recollected themselves, and shifted more towards Main Street. They come right back in, find that good moment to get the bomb down. Even after that whole play of Lacefield disrupting them, they really stabilized well after that, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And I think their reaction to that was exactly what makes Mindfreak so dangerous in Search and Destroy. Rather than just let one person do with it and hope he gets taken care of, the whole team kind of just went back and went, right, let's hunt him out, let's dig him out of this, and then we can go from there.
So let's see, as Ghost Gaming looks poised to be doing a similar play towards B side, except they're all much closer towards the wood side here. We got one overlooking middle map. Smokes out. Utility going back and forth. Looks like a Semtex is about to line up Buzzo. That could give them some information. GodRX looks like he's going to take it. Oh, he whiffs on that Semtex. But Lacefield knows he's there. I think they're afraid to push up there and get punished by more than one player.
Still trying to get in. Eventually, that nade will get them down, and Parasite picks up a second one. Now have control of the site. Not a lot here for Mindfreak to do. They have to pick up some kills to even give themselves a chance. It's not easy to break in here.
Yeah, and you saw the nade war on B site, though. Looks like a lot of the utility from Ghost Gaming should be gone. Expect to see lots of gunplay here. Dens does have access to a stun, but it's also 1 versus 3. He doesn't have a lot of time to work with.
And he's been stunned as well. They now know exactly where he is. No, he's still there. They're going to be... Oh, there's a shoulder peek. Expect to see a few shoulder peeks come in here, and then if he pushes and commits, that someone will get him in the crossfire.
Yeah, see those purple guys, Ghost Gaming, they're perfectly fine with running this clock down to 0. I mean, they have no reason to look for him. They can do it because they have that man advantage, and they want to get Lacefield and streaks or something, but, I mean, they can just sit pretty.
Unbelievable. 1-1 now, Mindfreak versus Ghost Gaming. And main stage is absolutely erupting right now.
It sounds like Clay's playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
that's what I'm hearing. It's a little bit of Clayster action.
Well.
So E United actually just took their series 3-1 against what, Splice?
Yeah.
Matchup.
Clay's
letting us all know in case we didn't hear it.
Yep, Splice are out top 32.
Never would have thought I'd hear that. One of the best teams from Europe in the past several years coming up, just not showing up on the day, really.
I think that roster change may go down as one of the worst in Call of Duty history. From second to top 32 out of champs.
Yeah, definitely a rough change. A year of blunders from Splice, for sure.
Well, let's see now. Mindfreak on attack may get this plant down. They're looking for it. He's just got to be very careful when he puts it down. That's what he's looking for. He doesn't want anybody able to peek on him. And now bomb down, advantage to Mindfreak. Can they hold this as Ghost Gaming swing into action and look to infiltrate and get that bomb defused?
So it's a 4-man retake here. But you see how far back Mindfreak is playing. This whole Main Street, at least their side of Main Street, is on lock between Shocks and Dens. Maybe I spoke too soon. A couple slipped through the cracks. Someone's on the bomb, though. That defuse is happening. I got to check it. Looks like they might have been able to stop it just in the final moments. Den's still here trying to make a difference. 10 seconds on the clock, though. And there it is. Mindfreak able to put that one away. I thought the defuse was going to go through. They were more than halfway done there before it was finally stopped.
Yeah, and that's what you do have to be careful when you give away just that, that control of the bomb site. You know they're going to have a massive kind of control going in. I think realistically it's always a risk, but sometimes it pays out, and that time it did pay out for them as well. Also, an update: United will be playing Red Reserve first round in that bracket, so it's not an easy way for them into the bracket, but at least they got there.
Oh yeah, that'll be a tough road, but I'm sure these guys are prepared and willing to go up against any of the tough competition. Especially how Clay's feeling right now. He'd probably go against all the teams at once if he wants to. You know how he gets when he's gassed up.
Yeah. Well, Mindfreak looking to try and over this lead, but Parasite will open up proceedings. Buzzo, though, does get the trade going forward.
Looking through the eyes of GodRX, this is the man that had a 1.22 KD in S&D across, I think it was 8 or 9 maps at CWL Seattle, finding himself in a 3v3 situation. This team does have the bomb, so it should be going down now. Got middle map control. All of Mindfreak playing passively. They just want to let them have this and then try and retake it instead. That's how they're going to play their defense.
Well, here we go. They have control, and he is going to go down, and so much so that Panda's now in a 1 versus 3. He does have the bomb down, so this is possible for Panda. He just has to keep some control of the site. Try to make a kill. He's already been made weak. Player coming up, and then Buzzo takes him down 3-1 to Mindfreak.
I kind of like that that patience out of Mindfreak. I actually didn't think it would work out as well as it did. They just waited outside. They're like, someone's going to step outside. Someone is going to move more than they need to, and we're going to punish them. And I think it was Buzzo that was able to find that kill on Lacefield just coming outside of ventilation room. And then that just fueled the fire for that 3 versus 2 retake.
It certainly did. All right, well, Mindfreak taking advantage here. Of course, Mindfreak have been long known for their efficiency and performance in Search and Destroy. They are one of the teams that can consistently take this map off bigger teams. Ghost Gaming, not that much of a bigger team, though, considering that Mindfreak are in the Pro League.
So Denz tagging someone up on elbow, communicates that with the rest of his team. He might be fearing some kind of a rush here. But with him having the bomb, he doesn't want to expose too much of his body. He's going to play a bit defensively here until maybe someone else finds a pick or someone gives their body away to him. You've seen this a lot out of Mindfreak, though. They find somewhere, post up, and just wait for Ghost Gaming to get antsy. Both offensive and defensive. This is how they've been playing. Save maybe one offensive round.
Yeah, patience is a virtue. And also turns out to be a good way to win Search and Destroy. Unfortunately, they lose first blood. Fighter has gone down. And so has Denz. And the bomb is out. Unfortunately, they brought it back. Not that much, though, because it's now a 1 versus Shocks versus Parasite. Also, you're seeing a lot of people using 1911 here. I've been told that pistol is very, very powerful. Can two-shot people.
Yeah, quick two-shot. I think that we saw, I think I've seen Parasite use that gun months and months and months ago, though. I'm not sure what happened to have him go back to it now. So it would appear that Ghost Gaming did not know or did not guess that they got the bomb down there. Shocks gets caught right in the back. Thought he had good timing, ended up having the worst end of it. I thought that Ghost Gaming, when they found those 2 kills right there, that they would have guessed that the bomb was down on one of those 2 bodies. Of course, like, there is still that chance that it was in bunker and they were moving towards B bomb site with the bomb, but when you find them on that specific corner of ventilation outside, I feel like it's kind of a safe guess to hover around that area.
Yeah, I think so. And unfortunately, you know, in that 1v2 scenario, it's just never an easy thing to do because you can't cover your own back. You have to take every single corner. You look the wrong way, you're going to get shot. But Ghost Gaming, bringing it back to just 1 round between them here. Panda is the guy we are currently on the sticks with. Let's see how they play this one.
So they're going to meet this one player, player number 1, Denz, and once he gets up inside operation room up here, he's going to run out. It looks like he knew he was outnumbered. He felt the charge coming in from elbow. So backing up and communicating that with the rest of his team, you see just the passive, sort of very reactive and responsive play from Mindfreak coming in. He prevented himself from getting first blooded.
Well, both teams just playing this very, very slow. If you are watching at home, it seems like the teams have actually ended up matching each other's tempo and are just playing this very, very passive game, slowly getting map control. Bomb does go down, though. Mindfreak will have to move and swing into action. Fighter and Denz, looks like they were engaging somebody there, but still not making a move. This is such a risky way to play this game. When that bomb is down and that clock is ticking, you can literally lose by clock.
They got to attack. They got to make a move here soon. Denz with a pistol and sniper, though. He's going to be the slowest one to the action. Shocks and Fighter doing a bit of damage before he even gets into it. Now gun in hand. This should be a defuse. Gotarex, the only one alive. No defuse action, or no stop from him. Definitely a tall order for a 1v3 in that situation.
I have got to admit here, right? I said it's a risk to play like this. Mindfreak seem to have this way of playing down to an absolute T.
Oh, yeah.
They're comfortable. They don't rush. They take their time, and they just slowly constrict, like a big boa constrictor, just squeezing Ghost Gaming until they collapse.
Oh, yeah, they're taking their time. It's happening. So up until this last round where we saw Fighter get his first blood, it was originally 4 first bloods in favor of Ghost Gaming for the, 6 rounds of S&D that we played.
Yeah.
But Mindfreak still find themselves in the lead with just 2 first bloods.
Let's see. Right now, again, similar scenario from Mindfreak. Not rushing, not going anywhere. And Fighter trying to stay alive here. Shocks is actually smoked out as well. There's a player below him. I believe that's Parasite. Just sitting below him. He has no idea And he's just walking past. Parasite may actually end up breaking this open by himself. Unfortunately, there may be nobody here for him to break open as Parasite slowly creeps through. Shox takes down Panda.
Him and Shox just walked side by side for a second. Didn't realize it because they had their backs turned.
Well, let's see. Right now, Dens have slowed it right down again. They are looking for a kill. Shox is end up going down though as well. Dens now in a 1 versus 3.
You see this flank that was set up by Ghost Gaming. Just everyone was able to really just get behind and get underneath those Mindfreak players. I think that it really shook up their play towards the B site. You see the bomb is still down from basically where it started. They kind of sit pretty in that corner and just wait to make a play that never came.
Yeah, and this right now, you know, he's doing the right thing. Dens just keeping away. You don't want to feed streaks. It's very unlikely you're going to be able to do anything in that sort of scenario, so just keep out of it. Give them the round, reset, refresh, and go again.
Yeah, if you can hug the right corner, you hug that corner.
All right, Mindfreak versus Ghost. We keep on going. I don't know why, I've just had this feeling since about round 2 that we could go to a 5-5.
Think so? You're already feeling
yeah,
a 5-5?
It's just the way these teams are playing right now.
Yeah.
It's very evenly matched along a lot of the way. They're kind of matching each other.
Yeah.
And countering from round to round.
Definitely a fair prediction. I expect a lot of the maps in this series to be very close and intense, and looks like S&D's shaping up to be that way. Parasite looking towards middle map. He's not going to see too much action, though. So let's take a look at what's happening on elbow, because GodRx is met by 2 different Mindfreak players. Dens caught rushing through. That could have been a good play if he was able to get up and underneath Ghost Gaming. But no, GodRx is there to sniff out the play.
I think Panda just saw Buzzo. I'm sure he did. Parasite trying to challenge here, not quite able to. Brings it back to a 3 versus 3. And now we play the waiting game. Panda. Looking for an opening. And look at that, getting challenged here. Mindfreak just trying to get the right angles for it. Neither team actually able to get anything going.
Lacefield catching Buzzo. See, this is not. I feel like this is not where Mindfreak is comfortable. It's just a bit of a skirmish across the map right now. They're so used to that slow, kind of reactive and responsive play, and Ghost Gaming's forcing the issue. They're really pressing that button. The bomb's going down as well. Shox has to do something. He needs to be proactive. Think of the anxiety in this moment. The bomb's going down, but you're double teamed. And Ghost Gaming is able to shut it out right there to tie us up at 4-4 in this S&D.
Credit to Lacefield as well, just shoulder peeking to try to keep his teammate enough time to get that bomb down. He was just delaying. He's like, I've taken a couple of hits. I'm going to just keep shoulder peeking, grenade out. Make sure you don't push in time. I need 7 seconds.
Make them play frantic, says Ghost Gaming. Make them move. Knock them off their feet. You need to get them moving, but take a look at Ghost Gaming. You think they're starting so many of these rounds with an advantage. 6 first bloods versus Mindfreak's 2, and yet here we are, round 9, tied up.
Oh, here we go. Den's actually looking for a bit more aggressive, but he is on his own. Fighter also gets tagged up, and Den's is looking towards A. If he can get a plant down, Mindfreak don't have control of here yet, but if that does go down, they may play outside and play slow again. Of course, very important if you can get to 5 first. Gives all the momentum on your side. Parasite with that sniper, looking for that pick. Not able to hit it.
So close. Very close shot right there.
And now it's actually Ghost Gaming who are ready to stack. They're stacking up. They're about to hit this with 3 players. Shox takes down Panda though. Lacefield gets in. He gets tagged up. They're going to know that the players are now coming and collapsing on all sides. Parasite goes down. It's going to be Lacefield down as well. It's now GodRx in a 1 versus 4, and he goes down. Dens with the 2. 5-4 to Mindfreak.
Perfect post-plant positioning and plays coming out of Mindfreak right there. They were on site watching every single doorway and caught everyone's communication and team shot shutting it down before anything could happen. Parasite was coming on that late rotation with the sniper. He had his pistol out, and he was just trapped. He was dead on arrival.
He certainly was. Well, now we get to watch if Ghost Gaming can take this to round 11.
So we're looking through the eyes of Parasite, the former world champion. You got to have your eyes on him. Easily one of the better players in the playing with a lot of the top amateur players in the scene, scrimming and playing around with a lot of them, I should say. He had a lot of talk for himself coming into this tournament and really every event throughout the year. He's someone that's very confident in his ability and potential, but now it's on the rest of Ghost Gaming as he falls first. For Mindfreak's only third first blood 9 rounds into this game.
Fighter, this will be a 1v3 if he can make it. He's done some of the hard work and got one, but he has 35 seconds left. Is this clutch anywhere in the realms of possibility as he rotates all the way around to attack this from a different angle? But he is going to be seen. Lacefield takes him down. We're at round 11. I said they're so evenly matched.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for you to realize you were right.
Look, I called it early, all right?
You did. You did. You called it. So
it's just the way they were playing. You started to see the kind of the tempo matching going on. Both teams started slowing it down. They're almost like mimicking each other some of the ways through. But here we go, round 11, and it will be Ghost Gaming on attack.
For Mindfreak to get here, it seems like they just don't even need first bloods. Still sitting at just 3, and we're on round 11 of this game. We'll see how things unfold. You can imagine the first 30 seconds of the round, you see no action. If it's at all similar to our previous rounds, look at how far back Mindfreak's holding. They've completely given up the A site.
Yeah, that's maybe a little bit more risky, and maybe a little bit more flustered there for Mindfreak.
Yeah, they're really not banking on a rush plant towards the A site, straight from Ghost Gaming side of elbow.
It looks like
it's a hard call to make, and it looks like it's at least both in the first 30 seconds. And there we go, some action. Parasite finds the first blood onto Fido. That's what you want to see out of your sniper.
And this may be massive advantage now. That bomb's about to go down. Mindfreak are going to be in a terrible position. I'm not sure they can actually get out of this either. They don't have the numbers. They don't have map control. They have to check everything. It's now a 2 versus 4. GodderX has pinned them in as well. This is almost GG.
Oh, yeah. When you give up so much real estate, you play that passively and you play for the retake but still get first blooded before it even goes down. You can imagine that's why we see Ghost Gaming take the round 11. First blood from Parasite seems like it sealed the deal early on in that round. And what was a very well-played S&D from Mindfreak for many rounds in that game. Just in the end, the first bloods, or at least that singular first blood, called it for Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, it certainly did. And again, Mindfreak is an interesting tactic in that last one there. They were. I would almost say that was more a little bit nervous come in. I don't know. I just feel like they've been playing passive and it's been working.
Yeah.
That's maybe too passive. That's too defensive.
Yeah, they just gave up everything. There was just no sense of map pressure from them. And Ghost Gaming was like, oh, guys, nobody's home. Walk right in.
Yeah.
You know, steal a cookie from the cookie jar.
It was. All right, well, we're going to go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, though, Map 3 here at the Call of Duty World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World Championship. We are, of course, live in this game. Mindfreak versus Ghost Gaming, currently all tied up 1-1. Big story, though, is just how close these two teams are. First map, 250-249 with an incredible comeback by Mindfreak. Second map, 6-5, it ended. My name is Bryce. Joining me for this cast, of course, it is Fox.
So hopping into the CTF here, we got Mindfreak and Ghost Gaming. We mentioned early on in this series that, well, I think you agreed with me when I had said it. I felt like this was going to be a very close one. We're going to have some very intense maps.
I don't think it's going to be this close.
Yeah, right. We saw the hard point where we had a miraculous comeback from Mindfreak, coming all the way from a 100-second deficit all the way to 250 to 248 victory. The S&D going straight to round 11, just lots of back and forth play. Mindfreak getting almost none of those first bloods. I think that in this CTF, if the past 30 minutes are any indication, is that we're going to have a crazy one.
They certainly are. Now, let's see exactly how this capture flag goes down. I imagine overtime with 1 second to spare. That's pretty much the only way it can go. But that flag is now out. Ghost Gaming have the advantage. And looking for this one, and what will be bittersweet if you are Ghost Gaming. If they do win this capture the flag, this could have been a 3-0. And it should have probably been a 3-0, considering that it was over a 100-point difference.
Yeah, Ghost really picked that one up and just threw it away. I was going to say happily, but definitely not happily. They cannot be feeling good about that comeback they allowed Mindfreak to go on. I don't even want to say they allowed them to go on it, though. Mindfreak has just been playing great this series in terms of their resilience in a map.
They certainly have now. Let's see. Fight has actually pulled that flag away. He's trying to get out. He's going to be challenged here. Does manage to pick up that kill. Teammates now backing him up as well. It will go back to even Stevens. 1-1.
Shock's still in the enemy base. Not a whole lot of action there, though, as he's going to fall pretty quickly. We see the cap go in, all tied up at 1-1. Still, Buzzo killless in the first minute and a half of this game. Doesn't even matter if we got Shocks going on a 3 streak and also putting a flag in. We'll have to try and keep in mind maybe any of the streak progress that Mindfreak might be accumulating.
Well, let's see now. Den's actually getting 2, and we can hear them shouting coming over the microphones. They are certainly hyped up for this one. He's trying to get this one out here as well. Does manage to pick it up, but he's got so many players to get past, and his teammates just not in the right area of the map to help him. And now they're going to try again here. I think what we're seeing is a lot of aggression coming in from Mindfreak.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It might have been a little bit too early, like you said, because his teammates still hadn't even crossed that halfway point, so there was no follow-up. It almost seemed like Ghost Gaming was banking on that kind of a play, and so they were ready for it. A lot more could have been done there. Shock's looking to hope to clean things up here with a double kill, though. Buzzo and Dens trying to follow through. This could be a flag pull. All 4 players dead. Take it towards that middle map. You have your players on dock side, so keep in mind they should know the spawn is going to be coming up towards bus. They should be home free here.
Yeah, they're actually going to try and go for a second one here if they can get the kills, but very difficult to get that many kills and trade effectively coming through, especially when they're all going to be pre-aiming waiting for you.
Brycey, we've been watching the CTF for 2.5 minutes, and Fida is still on this 4 streak. In the enemy base at the moment. Score streaks, tier 2 and 3. There it is. He's still in the enemy base, so a flag pull could happen here too. This is looking very worrisome if you're Ghost Gaming.
Here we go. Fighter gets out of this one. And that was a lovely and clean for him. He said, you know, he's waiting. He gets his streaks, gets the flags, and says, oh, okay, I'll run this home. I'm good. He may even end up going round the houses because of that flagpole. He gets so many more points, he may end up ending a second lot of streaks.
Mindfreak putting in that 3rd flag cap in very stylish fashion, because guess what? Fighter is still finessing. It's still living 6-1. Trying to do this in style. They got to put on for being the only Australian team left in the tournament with Tainted Minds going 0-3 in their group. Of course, Mindfreak always having that upper hand over Tainted Minds. I think in both stages of the Pro League, they were able to beat them 2-0 in like both of the series, for both of the series count. Nonetheless, here they're going up against a national circuit roster in Ghost Gaming.
They are, and if you're Mindfreak right now, just keep doing what you're doing. Like the pressure that Mindfreak are putting on this map is probably kind of going to take a little while for Ghost Gaming to adjust to, because they go straight for it every single time. They're like, you know what, we're going to go straight there, try to get the kills and get this flag away. Like, if we see a few kills coming in, they'll be screaming across that map.
Oh, yeah, 0 pause. You know what that's from? That's from sitting in the hyperbolic time chamber that is their division in the Pro League, right? Playing against all these other crazy, powerful CTF teams in the Pro League will condition you to not let anything slide.
There we go. Fighter's calling in his streak here, trying to stop this one down as well. Not quite able to do it either, but he is going to end up hitting those. Oh, he gets nothing. He gets absolutely nothing. It was pointless. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just rough because with that flag, this is actually the part of the map where there is a roof over your head. So it's tough to be able to gun down from the sky like that when you're trying to hit the flag carrier. If you don't get them in middle map, you're not going to get them at all.
Oh, he knows there's a player there looking for Lacefield. Not quite able to get him either. He's been challenged from gate. And 16 seconds left of this. I don't expect an awful lot to happen. Both teams will be waiting for that second half. Of course, Mindfreak with the advantage of one flag.
Mindfreak pushing in. There's one player just around the corner on fire waiting for it. Looks like he's able to do a whole lot of damage right there. Double kill from GodRx, relieving some of that pressure in the final moments that could have easily resulted in a flag pull if they got past him. Take a look at your Bronze Star here is Dens. He's definitely a player to watch here for Mindfreak. If we haven't already said his name enough this series, him and Shox have just been a threat. A lot of the time when these guys win CTF, you take a look at Shox and Dens, at least on average if you crunch the numbers, these guys are around like a 1.5 KD in their victories.
All right, here we go. Once more into this. Only one flag between these two teams, and hey, what's one flag between friends?
A couple tens of $1,000s, as it turns out.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, that's actually quite an important flag. Now you mention it. Let's see who gets into the bracket then. 5 minutes for one team to get a map over the other one. Let's find out. Parasite trying to get that down. And he's going to have to return that as well. Again, that's Mindfreak aggression coming straight in. 20 seconds into it, they've actually touched the enemy team's flag.
Middle map pressure going back and forth. Here we got two players from Ghost Gaming, two from Mindfreak. Looks like Ghost is taking it over, though. They still have that players on docks to worry about. Buzzo playing so slowly and carefully. Take a look at his engagements. He's got a very low number compared to many of the other players in this lobby. He's just been rocking that STG and taking his sweet time.
Oh, right now, pressure coming on for Ghost Gaming. Trying to get it. Does go down in fire. Parasite's going to sit, play hook, wait for somebody to try and push him. Is Den's going to check this corner? Yes, he is. Dens ends up winning it here, and now they're going all the way across. You are going to see Lacefield hitting a flank, though. He's useless right now. So maybe you could try and pick up a kill or try to disrupt this push.
Yeah, with this player on Crane, though, I think Buzz might be looking for this specific play. And it doesn't help that Lacefield is just stomping around with his iron boots, right? And Buzz was able to catch him, so base is clear. Job's done. Move up towards the middle of the map. Try and get some pressure going.
Yeah, Fighter still has an artillery. Hasn't had a chance to use it yet. One more flag would just give them a cushion, and that's exactly what they're looking for. Fighter gets that one as well.
GodRx, another double kill on the defense. On the offense this time, excuse me. Same building as last time. But this one is going to result in a flag pull, as he should be able to bring it back towards middle map. But look at those two blue arrows. Player 3 is going to be looking out for it. Buzzo slips right by. I definitely thought Buzzo would have been able to catch him there.
That's not the most effective of artilleries. He's only going to catch a little bit of them. I don't know. I would have said maybe try to put a little bit further inside, try to get it through that roof, because we know it's an open roof there, but it's just not very easy to hit with an artillery in that scenario.
Yeah.
And especially since GodRx now has full streaks.
Oh, this could be trouble. We're all tied up. GodRx pouring that advantage on with the score streak. 6th streak to his name. Flags out in the hands of Lacefield, and we're seeing yet another flag captured. Ghost Gaming just pulled into the lead within a minute.
Yeah. They've completely turned this game upon its head, and now Mindfreak are going to have to do something about it. They're going to have to find that form in the first half. They're not being as aggressive. They're not being that fast, furious playstyle that was paying dividends for them. They are, in fact, slowing down, and Ghost Gaming have said, all right, if you're going to give us an inch, we'll take a mile, 2 flags, and full streaks.
So you see Parasite getting a little greedy. Infantry hunker on that bar. He's going to be the one playing that slow roll, but this weapon can be so devastating on certain points of this map. Panda as well with the submachine gun pushing up. Not able to do a whole lot there, so you're going to expect to see Lacefield and company on middle map make the most of their positioning, as it looks like Mindfreak is just turtling.
It is, and that's exactly what they don't want. But I think it's also, you've got to bear in mind here, momentum for Ghost Gaming, they really are feeling this now. You can see they're more confident, they're taking on a lot of the gunfights, and they're just pushing Mindfreak back. Mindfreak are very, very worried. Even if you look at the minimap, you can see them constantly checking corners, constantly wondering where on earth Ghost Gaming are.
Yeah, and they better find Lacefield real soon. You see those score streaks that are lighting up in his bottom right corner. GodRx already has some. They don't want that many more problems to come around them aside from this lead. Alongside this lead, I should say. Parasite pushing up as well.
Ben's trying to make a hero play here. Unfortunately.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Yeah, no hero play.
Right there to clear it all out.
And actually, now they're in a really bad position. All 4 are down. Lacefield looks like he's going to try and take this one down as the artillery comes in, so he is going to be able to get out of here as well. And he's got teammates backing up. He's also got streaks. He's going to be able to get full streaks if he gets this one home. And there's a fighter pilot for GodRx as well. Mindfreak were ahead and now in a horrible position as Panda shuts it down with 2. GodRx gets 1. His teammate drops the glide bomb. It's all good. And it's Ghost Gaming 5-3.
The most basic management of score streaks should seal the deal here from Ghost Gaming. The 2-flag lead, 40 seconds on the clock. I mean, if you think about it, Mindfreak should spend the rest of this game on respawn with how much they have pouring down from the sky.
Yep.
And Ghost Gaming should have a 2-1 lead.
They could probably just say the toilet break now. Just leave the last 26 seconds.
It could.
Yeah, you're good. There's not a lot you're going to do here. They've called in the RAF.
Yeah, they really. I mean, Ghost Gaming for the rest of this game, they could just watch. They could just watch Mindfreak play, and there's not enough time for them to come back here.
Just to put it in perspective, Mindfreak were winning 3-2 coming into this half, and now they're going to lose 7-3.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt. That's really gotta hurt, especially because that lead change happened all within. I said a minute. It was definitely like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was a rally too. So, and then we saw Lacefield go on a streak, GodRx go on a streak, then Lacefield go on a streak, and there was just no one else from Mindfreak doing that. Buzzo seemed like he was really slow all game, not just in terms of his gameplay, but also in terms of his KD. Very low number of interactions, and we saw the interactions on the side of Ghost Gaming is what won them that game. Some players baiting out for one another. Pender really kind of being that player to set the tempo for his team for players like Parasite and like Lacefield to act on.
Yeah, I think so. And right now, Mindfreak have got to remember as well, like I said before, this could have been a 3-0.
Yeah.
Like very easily, it should have been. A lot of the time, like...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I lost my train of thought. It's fine. We'll just talk about something else.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, this is one of those things where you always hear the pro players at the end of a series are like, oh, that should have been a 3-0. That could have been. This absolutely could have.
But, I mean, Mindfreak, to be fair, did play very well in the search, so...
Yeah, they did. Hats off.
Coming into this one, if you were going to guess, you'd probably have to lean towards Ghost, right? The hard point, without Mindfreak doing that incredible, 100-point comeback.
Yeah, don't rely on heroics here.
Yeah.
Especially when you're down 2. I mean, some heroes get tired. All right, Bryce?
I just think it may be a bit demoralizing for them now. Like, imagine how high they were at the end of that game. Like, Valkyrie, like, adrenaline's pumping, blood's in, full on, like, warrior mode. We're going to do this. You lose the search and destroy by the tiniest margin. That hurts. Then you're ahead coming into the second half of CTF, and then you get absolutely smashed into the floor. If you're Mindfreak, like, this is a full regain moment. Like, you're going to have to sit there and be like, we just got to play our game.
Yeah.
We just got to sit there and just make sure we are doing absolutely everything right. But Ghost Gaming probably aren't going to want to let up.
It's hard to blow up the spot when you're feeling so deflated, though. I mean, take a look at how they lost those last 2 maps. Demoralizing. Yeah. It's really tough, even in a setting like this, especially in a setting like this, I should say. So much money on the line. The elimination matchup that we're watching right now is just getting more and more intense and difficult, man. Mindfreak, they've really dug themselves a hole here. They have to be perfect from here on out.
They certainly are, and I wonder whether or not they can do it. As a reminder, here is the group. Now, Red Reserve, top of that group, 8-2. They're going to play Zone GG, and I don't want to, jump the shark, but I'm fairly certain that game's a 3-0.
They got 0 maps won. It's absolutely a 3-0.
Well, actually, now you mentioned it, it means that game's already a 2-0, because they could have only possibly lost 0-6 so far, so it's already 2-0 to Red Reserve. Yeah, but it does mean that, of course, that whoever wins this goes into the bracket. That's it. This is an elimination game. Yeah. You go forward, you win more money, or you go home and you cry into your cereal.
Imagine, crying to you. Oh, man. And that'd be a real awful cry. I mean, but imagine sitting on the flight home, never having that feeling of even setting foot in the arena. We're not even in the arena yet, Brycey.
We are. Nationwide is all ready. It's all warm for us tomorrow. But you got to get there first. And while we're going there, because we've got a cast, the players have to earn it the hard way round.
To get there, though, they got to get through the bitter cold of this Ardennes Forest hardpoint here. We just saw Ghost Gaming, if you're just now tuning in, they took our last 2 maps, Search and Destroy and the CTF. Every map except for the CTF felt really close, but Mindfreak, in every game we've played in the series, has had a serious lead at one point or another. So you're not feeling great if you're Mindfreak, but it's time to feel nothing else other than victory right now. They need to be perfect here on out.
All right, let's see what they can do as we kick straight back off into this hard point. Mindfreak, they do get the lead straight away as they get into that hard point, get a few there into Cave. But what can they do for it? Buzzo looking for some kills as they have actually been pinched. That smoke allowed them to get through. Mindfreak just not really in that area to get the trades in, and it will be Ghost Gaming who now take control.
So Ghost Gaming are taking point. They got player number 4, Lacefield, going around through middle map, maybe for some kind of a flank or a pinch here, but it looks like he's going to meet it with Shocks before he can even do any damage. So all the fight is going to happen on the hill. Mindfreak still in control. We got some players out towards Cabin that are still keeping them at bay, though. And in the end, Ghost Gaming comes out on top.
Well, let's see. Parasite trying to get through, and this is the rotation. It's all on Panda. He's the first player there. Doesn't have reinforcements, but he is a good one. Lacefield actually snapped someone through the middle as well, and Panda's here. He's ready. He's waiting. He's bought his team enough time to get a reinforcement. Player there sitting in Church Cubby, looking for him as he just sits pretty on ruins.
Yes, that's the power position you want to be in, but I think he's trying to drop down and wait for them to use some of the utility, trying to get him off of there because they saw him up top. It's a good positioning by him.
Oh my
goodness. He was able to pop right back up and gun Dens. That's just that high ground advantage you're talking about.
I hope you're hearing this through the mic, but Panda went absolutely berserk after that. He knew he just made him look silly. And Lacey getting it as well. They're really feeling this. Ghost Gaming are looking to open up a whooping here on Mindfreak.
Lacefield still deathless, approaching that first score streak. That could be big for the team here. Most of this map is outdoors, you can see. I was going to say clear skies, but it's not at all, and it won't be if we got glide bombs dropping down through it. Here it is. Lacefield has achieved it. A couple more players around the corner, but he's still playing his life, and this is smart. Just 10 seconds left on the hill. It's okay for him to be selfish right now. He's going to rotate the bunker, prioritize those spawns, let Mindfreak deal with the, 5 seconds of blue they get in the hard point, right? The rotation's coming in, and Ghost Game is feeling good.
Well, Lacefield's also going to pick up those points into that hill, so he should have his streaks now. There we go. He's going to start calling in the rain and thunder. As Parasite gets one kill, he's going to call this out as well. Manages to dodge the trees, gets down Buzzo. And Ghost Gaming, it looks like they want revenge.
They got to kill Lacefield, though, right now. Shocks sitting at 0 and 5. Lacefield has yet to press the square button this game other than to reload and gun down more Mindfreak players. So if you take a look, another score streak separating Mindfreak from their ultimate goal of getting those spawns, and a bigger and taller, Titan-sized lead. Ghost Gaming isn't building up just in the first few minutes of this game.
This is unbelievable. Mindfreak, are they going to have to try and make an incredible comeback again in this game? Surely it can't happen for a second time, especially since Ghost Gaming are firing on every single cylinder.
Oh yeah, they got Lacefield really heating up. I mean, he just now found his first death in the game. You know he's going to ride that wave through the rest of this map. Parasite and GodRx clearing the way for some hill time here. East Road, typically a heavily contested one, but Mindfreak haven't been doing a whole lot of contesting this game so far.
They haven't. Parasite seems to be on point as well here. Every single shot I've seen him hit is just very, very crisp, very concise. And now East Road, of course. East Road always difficult to break into for both teams and to stay alive in just because of the nade rain that comes in. And you see both teams just posturing. They're looking for that advantage, looking to try and get a few kills so they can go in safely and get points.
Right, we got Buzzo actually waiting for the flank so patiently. He has not moved for the past 20 seconds. And just as he gave it up, Lacefield was doing the same thing. He's able to get through. Awesome nade over the wall. He's rewarded with a triple kill. Lacefield, where's the visor at? He doesn't need it.
That's unbelievable. Lacefield is really feeling it this game. He's 15 and 2 already in this as we head back on over to Cave. And he's just opening up. They've got a fighter pilot still as well. Speaking of which.
Oh, man. Lacefield, the better he does, the less time he's about to spend even using his gun. Firing down from the sky for so much of this map already. The submachine guns are really putting this one away.
I was about to say, Lacefield's going for streaks again. That's why he used the fighter pilot. He's now got a glide bomb once more. He's trying to get that assist going through, trying to get out of there, stay alive, get back on the streaks, go right round again. Because he's on a 7 streak again. What is it?
Oh, he's just lapping them.
Yeah.
He's just lapping
18 and 2, 19 and 2.
I mean, they got to kill him, right? They got to kill him eventually.
But he's going to slow this one down right now. This is a good chance for Mindfreak to get some points because Lacefield isn't going to challenge this. He wants those streaks. He wants those tier 2s.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of Lacefield playing selfish in this game. I know a lot of people like to harp on that when we see some players pull stat lines like this. While it seems like he's giving away a lot of time, it was for the long-term benefit. Unfortunately, Fighter's still able to gun him down right there, but Lacefield had the right play in mind for sure.
Yeah, I mean, getting those 2 streaks as well, you can see how much damage it can do. But Mindfreak starting to come a little bit back into this game. Don't count them out quite yet. 54 points now on the board. They just need to break back into Ruins and get this hill, and they could be right back in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they pulled off another unrealistic hardpoint comeback in map number 1 of this series to then beat Ghost Gaming 250 to 248. But with the way that Lacefield's firing, you can't seem to take him down. I mean, it feels like he's been alive this whole map. If it weren't for the scoreboard, I would have been convinced.
Yeah. Well, we can see right now, Den's just trying to keep alive here, to keep his teammates in it, and they're actually getting some streaks themselves. It looks like Fighter actually had a glide bomb to bring this one back in. They haven't really broken too effectively here at Hub, but it has been very much contested. But the rotation's the important thing, and it looks like Parasite's going for it early. He should go through Cave.
Bryce, we're coming into our second rotation of hills, and 2 of Mindfreak's players have 0 time in the hardpoint. Dens and Shocks, 2 of the stronger players in hardpoint typically, but Shocks actually started a good bit of this map with no kills. They're going to get some scrap time here and come into the rotation over towards Bunker, and they're in a good spot because they don't have to beat Ghost Gaming there, right? They're not already set up, but they're still losing the gunfights.
Well, Lacer just picks up a big 2-piece and lets the enemy team know he is still performing so well. They should probably even be in further ahead. When you've got guys 22 and 6, 23 and 6. Sorry, oh no, it's 22 and 6. I was looking at the wrong player. But he does manage to get it, and again, control here for Ghost Gaming. They didn't really have the rotation, but they certainly took it away.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a real rough match. I mean, it's only Mindfreak got up to 74 seconds because Ghost Gaming let them, because they wanted to let Lacefield get more streaks for more important hills. They allowed them that amount of time in this game.
Panda was so feeding himself there, he just run out into the middle of the street and try to take that cabin head cover. Wasn't quite able to.
Couldn't make it there. Dens and Shocks lighting up your kill feed here. They still got this war of attrition to fight that they will lose to players on Bunker. We're now rotating to our East Road hill as they are already set up for it.
Right now we can see exactly, and it will be Mindfreak who kick off this one as well. Now, this is the part where if you're Australian, you're sitting and saying, come on, it's time for another massive comeback. 100 points away. We've done it before. Let's go again.
Double kill in the kill feed. It's a great start to it. Buys you a little bit of time because of how far Ghost Gaming's going to spawn out. But like we've said many times before about Arden Forest for this hill, it's very easy to take people out. I mean, you see the nades flying in. So much utility will go to this little square section of the map.
Now again, Mindfreak just trying to get more and more points on the board. They finally get past 100, which at one point I wasn't thinking they were going to.
Yeah, they're keeping it. They're starting to make this a little bit more competitive, I think. I mean, you look at how Shocks and Dens are starting to shape up a little bit. -6, that doesn't sound great, but where they came from, it's spectacular.
It is. Now, we go back into Cave here, and it's actually going to be Mindfreak who have control first of all, but GodRx is just completely holding these reinforcements off.
Yeah, GodRx really holding them down in this power position. It's tough to hit them through that wall right there. He's got a great vantage point from not just that player turning the corner, but also the one on the hill, gunning Buzzo. So speaking of Buzzo, Shocks and Dens have surpassed him in kills. When they started off this game killless for so long.
How is this game even still going? Every time I watch like GodRx or Panda or Laceford, they're just absolutely snapping on people.
You kind of wonder, right? I think it's because we're seeing a lot of play out of Dens and Shocks. That caliber, that just kind of conditioning that they've had playing against the best of the best. They're really able to keep their team in the game, but they need a full effort from the roster, right? They surpassed players on their team in kills when they had a really rough start. Things like that can't happen. You got to be consistent throughout the map.
Certainly are, and they go down as well. Panda and Laceford and Parasite getting that triple, waiting for it, but again, a rotation now into Ruins. And I almost don't want to say this, but Mindfreak have to make a massive comeback as Ghost Gaming get close into lethal range.
Buzzo in a power position here. See what he can make of it. Smokes in his face, nades as well. Some long-range shots from downtown by Lacefield. He's been the star of this map so far. Dens looking to fill Buzzo's shoes as he comes up off a respawn. Does a great job at keeping them at bay. You see how far away Ghost Gaming's spawning? That's exactly what you want to see if you're Mindfreak. Notice how no one from Mindfreak wants to sit right on top of top ruins. They want to wait and bait out some of the utility and then let Ghost Gaming come in for attack. We see Hunker on them. We see Armored on them. But it's still not enough for all of it.
Parasite made a big 2-beast to actually enter into the kill there as well. Almost. Kismet Lacefield stays alive, and they now finally get control of Ruins. And they are also going to get the rotation as well. Who's that still alive? It's going to be GodRx. He goes down. And it's going to be a few more points for Mindfreak. But with no rotation, could be a dangerous time for them here again. Like I said, they need to make an incredible comeback. Can they do it? Lacefield's already got a glide bomb going for it as well. And are we going to see any more Mindfreak magic? That's the only question just rattling through my mind. Can they do it again to Ghost Gaming and take this to a map 5?
Oh, it's not going to be easy. Ghost Gaming playing to shut this one out. Tournament life on the line, and they're just 25 seconds away from moving forward. Mindfreak, they have to come up on the rotation, and with that kill feed being all blue, that's a great sign. Take a look at the mini-map. Look at those 3 arrows on the opposite side of the map. Panda is trying to buy them time to get closer, doing such a great job at it, but in the end, getting outnumbered by those players spawning. Bell, he can't hold it. He still did a great job, and I think that we can see GodRx and Parasite make a difference here.
Yeah, Parasite's going to be able to get that kill straight in the bunker here as well. More kills flooding in for Ghost Gaming, but Mindfreak are bringing this game so far back. It's unbelievable.
Don't do it again.
Surely they can't do this again. They're holding. They're still holding. We're going to go to East Road. This game is not done yet, even though Ghost Gaming had the rotation again. I don't believe it. His Ghost Gaming, there's a sort of feeling in the pit of your stomach, and that's dread, because Mindfreak are coming. The Australians are still here.
Oh, man, Ghost Gaming sweating bullets right now. Mindfreak is catching up. Mindfreak is definitely catching up. They've been behind them this whole game. They got that bullet, though. They're trying to surpass them. Just 20 seconds separate Ghost Gaming. We said similar things in map number 1, and we saw what Mindfreak was capable of. It looks like it's shaping up here again.
Trying to get in. Buzzo gets a 2-piece to break into this one as well. And they're just trying to hold off East Road. I don't think Mindfreak are going to worry too much about this. Their entire tactic here is to get enough points to get to the next hill and finish it, and just keep Ghost Gaming away. They may even end up giving away East Road just towards the end here, and I think, no, they can't win it now. Mindfreak will be fully focused on getting a good rotation and holding this one here.
Mindfreak, the team that knocked Ghost Gaming out in the previous matchup in their last tournament, looks like he has a chance. Looks like they have a chance to force that Game 5 issue, but it appears that Ghost Gaming has other things in mind. They get a bit of scrap time. The rotation should be coming in as well. This has been a nail-biter of a series, but look at that clock. Every second not spent in the hill and every second spent with both teams in the hill ticks that clock down further to 0.
Oh my goodness, they've done it again. Mindfreak have just cleaned out the hill. Ghost Gaming were only 12 points away, and Mindfreak take control. They can win this game again. Surely not twice in a series. Ghost Gaming have to break back in.
GodRx making the attempt. He finds a big headshot on the Buzzo, but look, the player on fire is able to shut him down. Dance with a big double kill. Stellar positioning. He finds a triple. Fighter catches the 4th.
No.
Mindfreak look poised to do it again. 5 seconds separate them, Bryce.
Not again. They're going for another. Lakefield gets the kill, but it goes down. Dance gets it as well, and Mindfreak do it again.
No way!
The Australians have come streaming back into the game for the 2nd time in a series.
Dens, the double kill that set it off. Oh my goodness.
I just can't take this anymore.
The Game 5 question has been answered. We're going, baby. Mindfreak forces the issue in 2 insane hardpoint comebacks. Throw that to a montage. Mindfreak staff, please.
All right, well, it looks like we're going to game number 5. Join us after the break. Well, we'll find out what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World Championship here on Bravo. And what a game we've had so far. Ghost Gaming versus Mindfreak have given everybody in the studio a cardiac arrest with two incredible hardpoint comebacks. What a game it's been. My name is Bryce, of course. Joining me here, this handsome gentleman is called Fox.
Brycey, we've both been counting them out of these hardpoints. When it looks entirely unrealistic, the game for any other team in any other matchup would have been over. But take a look at those hardpoint scores. They look close for the first 5 minutes. They're not close at all. And then Mindfreak just comes alive out of nowhere. Lacefield in this last hardpoint, go back and watch it. He starts off this game deathless, 10-0. Shocks couldn't buy a kill, and then both Shocks and Dens surpass both their teammates in kills for everyone, almost everyone on the team to end the game negative in a massive swing of a comeback.
This is an iconic series. It's literally going to be an iconic series. The Search and Destroy, of course, was close 6-5. The CTF was close at the half 3-2, and then, of course, Ghost Gaming run away with it. But the hard points are all anyone's going to be talking about. If you are just joining us here, it is one of the most ridiculous series events we've ever seen in Call of Duty. Not 100-point comeback, but 2. And of course, this game means so much because the winner, they go into the bracket, and the loser, they go home. And if you Ghost Gaming, if you lose this one, you're never going to regain.
And if you're Mindfreak, that's a real long flight back to Australia. I'm just saying. That's got to be real rough, man. You mentioned somebody be crying in their cereal earlier. That's going to be
Hey, sometimes awful. You run out of milk, and it's the only way to get forward. No, it is genuine disbelief. And if you are joining us now because you've seen the highlights on Twitter, it cannot even kind of fathom just how ridiculous that was. When it happened in the first game, we were absolutely astonished, and we joked about it in the second game, and then it started happening. Mindfreak, they just found something deep inside them and said, not like this, we're not going home quite yet, which allows us to go into map 5, search and destroy, and
they found
it's going round 11. Like, let's just say it can only end this way. It's going round 11. Who knows who's going to win?
At this point, before we even loaded to the map, that's a pretty reasonable prediction. With the way that everything else in this series has gone.
Well, it's a reasonable prediction because of the way the last Search and Destroy ended up going, right?
Yep.
Basically, both things ended up sort of matching each other and countering all the way up until that round 11 again. It wouldn't surprise me to do the same thing here.
Yeah, and I think that one player I wanted to highlight coming into this, I talked a lot about Shocks and Dens, but I really wanted to speak a bit about Fida as well. He's someone that's been a bit inconsistent for Mindfreak. I haven't really been looking in his direction at all, but in this series, other than the last map, I think that he's made a real difference. I definitely think that he's had some impact in this series so far. Of course, the stars of the show, we have to say first and foremost, are absolutely Shocks and Dens, but he's someone that I want to pay attention to as well. On your screen, quite a bit of Buzzo. Buzzo as well, someone that had a lot of questions about him as he joined this roster.
Yeah, I think so. And for me, Mindfreak are trying to just prove themselves. The Australians kind of have this thing where they're constantly trying to prove themselves on the world stage, because they're always kind of a little bit overlooked compared to, obviously, the Titan that is North America, and then just one rung down is Europe, and then, you know, there's the APAC region. And the Australians, they always want to kind of say, look, we want to prove just how good we are. We want to kind of bring up Australian Call of Duty.
Right, so hopping right into the action, guys, we got Mindfreak coming right off of that awesome victory that we saw in the hard point into the Search and Destroy. As we mentioned, it's going to be an intense one. It's going to be really close. Every single second of this series has been just either completely bizarre or like bizarre in terms of one team crushing another, or bizarre as in Mindfreak just making these ridiculous sweeping comebacks.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm sure it's going to be an awful lot of fun. I don't know who's going to win. I think, like I said before, Mindfreak have a really good history in Search and Destroy. Pressure's now going to be fully on them again. They've got momentum on their side, but that happened to the first map as well, and they ended up losing the Search and Destroy there. So, I don't know. I'm just going to really enjoy watching this, I think, is the main thing I'm getting at.
Yeah. Oh, if every map in this series has been very enjoyable to watch, so we're going to see more of that here in Game 5, but offensive side from Mindfreak, they're kicking it off. And this first Search and Destroy, what we saw a whole lot of was very passive play from Mindfreak. They were very quiet, reactive, kind of just waiting for something to happen. It worked out for them. They didn't get a lot of first bloods. They actually got, I think, 3 in the end versus Ghost Gaming's 9. But it still ended up taking them all the way towards the end of the map very well.
All right, well, kicking things off, it looks like they're going for full B control, and they actually do have it, as it's going to be Ghost Gaming. And I think Ghost Gaming's tactic here is to stack back B and try a retake from that position. The only person left out is Lacefield, just to get that extra angle on. GodRx, though, takes down Fighter. Sniper actually coming out for GodRx. I was expecting to see Parasite run it.
Yeah, Parasite typically the one to run the sniper for Ghost Gaming, but not seeing that this time around. We've seen a smoke come out from Shox. Looks to just be bait, though, as he tries to avert the rest of his own team's attention towards the A site. Got a couple players from Ghost Gaming that look like they bought the bait or just don't want to buy into anything else because of their stellar positioning. The bomb carrier from Dens looks like he's afraid to commit to this, though.
Yeah, they don't really know where a lot of these players are. You got to remember, they haven't had a lot of information. All they got was that pick that happened at the back of B here. So, a 4 versus 2, but bomb down for Mindfreak puts us in the realm of possibility. They just have to start making a few kills here. Unfortunately, that kill doesn't go down on Shox. They now know where he is, so he might even get taken down. But Parasite ends up going down by Dens with that nade. So it's a 2 versus 3. We've seen GodRx. Looking forward to Dens gets one as well, and Dens gets 2. And it's, unfortunately, Lacefield's going to answer back with 2 of his own. It was so close. And I think Shox just looked the other way. He was trying to cover Dens.
Yeah, Dens was working on an ace right there. That was actually a really awesome hold out of them. Holding it down 2 versus 3. They had the bomb down, so they had the clock in their favor. But really, it came down to communication, and they did really well at that. But still, being outnumbered, it's hard to fight through it.
It certainly is. Let's see now. Ghost Gaming on the attack, and they've done well so far. This is where it all counts. Try to get yourself a little bit of advantage pushing forward. And if you can, get Lacefield some streaks. He does have bombs, so a plant will bring him close up. But you've got to get to that bomb site first, and it's actually going to be Mindfreak stacking it.
So GodRx peeking over towards the A site with the sniper. Nobody's really home, though. He's mainly going to be watching for the rotation. As you see, the bomb is on the opposite side of the map. They're committing towards the B site. This could be a really good situation for them because the only one that's home is Buzzo. Kill list currently sitting in the back. Lacefield, the killer of last map, also working towards score streaks here. If he gets the bomb down, that's awesome progress to it. GodRx finding a pick on the Shox now. And Bryce, you see how carefully Panda is playing this. He knows he doesn't have to peek, he just needs to waste his time.
Well, just being very, very cautious. Again, this is typical Mindfreak. Just waiting to slowly get this pinch in. Oh, he's not able to get that kill, though. They do bring it back to a 3 versus 3, but time. Time is the issue now as well. Fighter's going to end up going... I don't know how he lost that. I thought he had it. Denzo in a 1 versus 3, but no time. They're just going to... Oh, it doesn't matter. GodRx had him. Again, like I said, that risk when you play slow to retake.
Yeah, that's the issue they're running into. It turns out it's like one of the better things for them to do in this matchup, but it's also hurting them at times. Especially when you got someone like GodRx finding, what was it? Looked like 3 kills that round, first and second round. I think it might have just been 2 in the second round. Not really sure. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like it was just 1 kill in this round here, but 3 in a row with the sniper rifle. I mean, this is the guy that's dropping 1.22 S&D KDs at the previous event that he played at. You know, someone like that's going to pick you apart as soon as you try and turn that corner after waiting for a full minute.
Yeah. Well, let's see right now. We're on board. And it's going to be Buzzo that we keep an eye on here. And they're actually going towards A. And it's an open A. And they get first blood. So full advantage to Mindfreak as they make this move here. Problem is, they don't know this because information isn't available to them. They haven't seen that many players. And GodRx picks off another player with that sniper. I can see why he's got it and not Parasite.
Yeah, he's doing a lot more damage this map than Parasite did the first time around. In his defense, Valkyrie S&D, a very different map to snipe on compared to something like Docs.
I won't disagree with you there. Oh, and he got him. They managed to get Buzzo. And now that brings it back into a 3 versus 2. Mindfreak had the advantage actually earlier on, but now it seems to all be fading away. GodRx is trying to pick everything, tries to go for the quick save, not able to get it, but Dens managed to get traded out, which means it's now Shox in a 1 versus 2.
Oh, Lacefield's so loud and working on these score streaks.
Big stomping elephant running around. But Shox is trying to get out of there. I don't think he knows. Is he going to plant the bomb between 2 players?
It seems like that's what's going to happen.
Oh, they know.
He had to have heard footsteps.
Lacefield's out of it though. He's going to wait. Got it.
I'm really liking the patience that I'm seeing out of Lacefield in these S&Ds. Gotta respect it. And the hard point, too. He was patient at Ardennes Forest hard point.
He could have rushed there. I mean, a lot of people would have rushed. and try to maybe help their teammate out, but no.
Risk missing those shots, right?
Well, now he has an artillery. Doesn't quite have enough, though, for his fighter pilot.
Just 25 points away. If there's one thing Lacefield's done well in this series, though, that's play for his score streaks that should have spelled the end of any map that he's gotten them in, but we'll have to see how Ghost Gaming plays around it this time. They have a 3-round lead in this Game 5 Search and Destroy. Again, if you're just tuning in, the loser of this Search and Destroy goes home. It is 1-6, and Ghost Gaming has an awesome start to it.
All right, well, let's see if they can continue this dominance so far. 3-0 against Mindfreak. Mindfreak going to need some magic to come back again. But it's not Hardpoint this time, it is Search and Destroy. And now, again, both teams playing very, very slow, looking for information. And Parasite did see somebody there in gate, but he gets tagged up from fire, and I think he's in Shock's crane as well. So while he hasn't done an awful lot there and given his position away, he has got so much information for his team to now make this move. And because he's seen 3 players, they are now actually making a move into A.
Yeah, they're pressing the issue here. GodRx, not exactly the spot that he wants to be in. But with actually that artillery strike separating the rest of the players from him, he could be wherever he'd like right now.
Did Lace just shoot Parasite? I think he did.
A little too kill hungry. So the bomb goes down. All 4 players still alive from Ghost Gaming. They use that score streak to try and keep Mindfreak at bay while they get the objective done. You want to see Lacefield get another kill or even just an assist, get that tier 3 score streak.
This is a slow Mindfreak take again, and it's not playing well for them because they've lost the fighter gunfight, they've lost Buzzo now, and now even if they try and do anything, 20 seconds left, it's just going to be almost impossible.
Yeah, there it is right there. And again, Lacefield playing so carefully and patiently for the score streaks. He's going to have the fighter pilot for the next round. They're up 4-0 in Game 5. Mindfreak have pulled off some insane comebacks in this series, both in those 2 hard points. But Ghost Gaming, it's not looking close right now at all. They're up 4.
Wow, maybe Mindfreak just like playing this game. They'll let them get to 5 and they go, all right, let's come back now.
All right, time to get to work, right? They come alive like 10 minutes into the map, but if they could just be consistent throughout it.
Hey, if that actually happens,
they just fall off.
If that actually happens, I'm calling an ambulance. Like, Ghost Gaming is going to need some serious therapy.
Our phone's got that emergency button. We got them on speed dial, you know?
All right, well, let's see if they can do anything here. Fighter trying to get gate control, and again, this is a slow burner for Mindfreak as they slowly move into position inch by inch. A little bit sped up right now, so they don't have full B control. Shox does get that kill against GodRx.
Yeah, Semtex across middle map right there, opening things up with a first blood. That's their second first blood in the 4 rounds that we've played.
Let's see. Fighter being very, very cautious. They have the advantage here, Mindfreak. A lot of teams would have pushed this a lot faster up the tempo and try to get advantage, and they just took down Den. So 3 versus 3.
Yeah, maybe it seems like Ghost Gaming just understands how they're going to play this. They know they just got to run that clock. I mean, you saw how Panda was playing it around B site when they were on offense before. They just kind of want to hang back and waste some time. But now it's going to be a 3 versus 3 retake. Again, look at how far away Mindfreak is positioned here. Only 1 player with any real vision on the bomb. That's player number 2, Fida. It's Buzzo. He's able to find Lacefield. Parasite with the trade.
Look what they've planted as well. That's planted for mid. They're going to have to either try and stretch it around, but they also know, so that's why Parasite's going mid. He's looking for that player that he knows has to be in this area.
Yeah. Fida could also have a good angle too, depending on where he places himself.
Mindfreak, get one on the board.
Gosh, these guys. That turtle shell is thick. Mindfreak finds a round win. They get so far away and play so passively every time.
It's so hard to just watch Mindfreak because you just like, you're watching them like, it's like the tiniest slow baby steps up the map. Like,
yeah.
I'll check this corner. I'll check this corner. Make sure this angle's okay. Spend 25 minutes getting to the bomb site.
Ooh, look at the lovely drapes.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong, it has worked for them in some of the past rounds. But that fighter pilot's still in play as well. Ghost Gaming on the attack.
Smokes out on middle map. Lacefield afraid to run through it.
So aggressive here from them.
Oh, they're just getting right up on that B site. Tossing a stun back there. He saw Buzzo played this way before.
Oh, we almost got him.
I got him. Ah, tagged him up and finished the job. One more back there. He wasn't there the last time that we saw Mindfreak play defense, so that catches him off guard a little bit. Panda with the bomb, though.
Safe plant. Now, here comes the setup. Can they hold this as Mindfreak slowly wind their way into position once again? Here comes the pinch. Big kill from Denz, actually, taking down Parasite. That means there's now gaps in here that they can't look every single way. However, Denz ends up going down to Panda. Fighter's going to be there. He's going to be looking for this player as well. Shox is not going to be able to do anything. And now it's Fighter in a 1 versus 2. Fighter finds one. Looking for a second play. This is little. Oh! Not able to get it. GodRx will shut him down. 5-1 Ghost Gaming.
GodRx throwing bows with the bar. Take a look at this gunfight. Huge one to win. Whew, man, that was looking like the makings of a nice clutch from the side of Mindfreak, but instead it leaves us at Ghost Gaming with game point. Denz was set to have that pinch. He finds the first kill onto Parasite, backs up, tries to fake out the kill cam, but Pander, not fooled at all, is able to stop it in its tracks.
All right, well, here we go. Denz. Now, the best thing that Mindfreak are going to do here is the fact they play so slow is Lacewood's not really going to know when to call in that fighter pilot, apart from when they've planted.
Yeah.
So he's not. A lot of times you can call it in, like in the start of a round, figure out where they are and go again. But we all know Mindfreak aren't going to be at that bomb site for a good 30 seconds.
Yeah, so it's really scary because you don't want to wait until the bomb goes down, because then they could just cower right back to cover. So yeah, it's a little bit of mind games they're going to have to play here.
Let's see. GodRx looking for this. Almost gets him, not quite able to pick off Shox. And I think also, Mindfreak, knowing that what's happened so far, all have Mountain on.
Yeah, that's going to make it a lot easier. Still finds Denz, though.
Yeah, Denz didn't have it on. And that means it's now advantage again to Ghost Gaming. One more round, and they get through this. And Fighter's gone down as well, 2 versus 4. Shox and Buzzo. Australia on their base. Done. It's done. It's all over with. Ghost Gaming end up taking it down 6-1. That was anticlimactic.
Imagine closing out a lead. It's crazy that's a surprise to us now. Ghost Gaming find themselves in a big lead and actually finish the job in this final map. We saw in both hard points, they build themselves a